From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I just sent you and Maury a tongue twister to your email. You'll get it in your Gmail, Mocha. I saw this the other day, and I've been thinking about it in my head ever since I saw it. Like, I lied down on the couch yesterday, and I was saying it over and over in my head.
Mm-hmm. Can you get it?
And I still had trouble doing it.
Oh, shit.
I eventually could get it, but it's very difficult. So I sent it to you, and I sent it to Maury. I'll read it out for the people, and then I want to get you guys to try. Okay? So the tongue twister is a box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Oh, God. Is this going to be one of those where when you say it quickly, it's going to sound like you're swearing?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. No. It's just a regular old tongue twister.
Oh, okay.
And it seems simple enough, right? It doesn't actually seem that hard.
Cookies in a mixer.
Okay, Maury. You want to start, Maury?
Biscuits. Man.
Okay,
Screwed
Maury.
it up already.
Yeah. Go ahead, Maury.
A box of mixed biscuits in a a box of mixed biscuits. A box of biscuits in a mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. A box of mixed biscuits.
What, Miss Bessie did what?
Okay. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit.
Okay, Mocha, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Not fast enough.
No, not fast enough. Come on now.
Okay. A box of mixed biscuits. Okay. A box of mixed biscuits is in a biscuit. Why I sound drunk? Okay. A box of mixed biscuits. A box of mixed biscuits is in a biscuit mixer. This is so stupid. Where'd you find this tongue twister from?
Who cares? Just keep come on now.
A box of mixed biscuits is in a A box of mixed. A box.
Can I go again?
Yeah, go for it, Mar.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
You know what I think might be better?
What's
I think
that?
if we tried to say it at the same time.
You're right. 100%.
I think that is the clue right there. We got to tag
Help
team
each
this
other
one a
out.
bit more.
Yeah. Okay, I'll count you in, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Oh my God, did
Try
we
it
do
again.
it?
No, you
Ready?
didn't. Try again.
1, 2, 3. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I think we were a lot closer
Okay,
than
1,
as individuals.
2, 3, go.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Okay, wait. Now let me hear. Maury, you go again?
Okay. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Okay,
A box of
Mocha, you go now?
Okay.
Okay.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer. Did we get it?
No.
Okay.
Who's Miss Biscuits? Okay.
Lives down the street. Okay.
Okay, Mocha, you
I
go.
really do think that we were a lot closer,
Okay.
Damnit Maurie, when we said it together.
We're gonna do one more solo round and then again together. Okay.
Okay.
So Mocha, you go first now.
Okay. A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
close.
Okay, Maury.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Okay, now the two of you. 3, 2, 1, go.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
One more
Nailed
time.
it.
One more time.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
A box of mixed biscuits in a biscuit mixer.
Twins.
Nailed it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this for you. There's a great YouTube channel called Just Rolled In. It's all car stuff, right? And these mechanics put a montage together. So customer comes in, drops off the car. Guy behind the desk is like, what's wrong with your car? Customer goes, this, and this. And then there is customer comment section, right? To describe what is wrong with the car. And these are all, I don't know what's wrong, but my car sounds like blank. Okay?
Oh, okay, yeah,
and so
gotcha.
these are all cars that have problems, and customers have described what that sound is, and they're wildly accurate.
Customer states, my vehicle sounds like an elephant.
Customer states, whenever I roll the driver window down, it sounds like somebody screaming.
Customer states their vehicle sounds like a dolphin when turning.
Holy guys.
Customer states their vehicle sounds like Ric Flair.
Customer states, truck sounds like a snare drum.
So good.
Customer states their vehicle is making farting noises.
That is the, you know, on newer cars when you open where you put the gas in, like the gas hole, I guess it's called. I don't know. Is it called the gas hole? Is that what it's called? So you know how some of them have like a little flap over the front of them now that you have to push through when you
the flap over the hole?
Yeah, the flap over the gas hole. That's what's making the farter sounds.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Black History Month.
Yep.
If you go to our website, kiss925.com, entire section there dedicated to Black History Month. If you get a chance, check it out, do some reading, do some learning. Shem, executive producer of the Roz and Mocha Show, put together what you described to me behind the scenes as the most important song you've ever written. You've heard a lot of the songs on the Roz and Mocha Show, written and sung or rapped by Shem. This one for you, why was it so impactful, I guess?
Well, firstly, just stylistically, it was actually probably the hardest to write.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, I try to be as informative, but also, you know, touching as I possibly could. And, you know, it held a different meaning. You know, normally when I cover the Roz Mocha monthly recaps, I'm recapping things that have happened in pop culture that are a little bit more impersonal. This felt more personal. So, I really enjoyed doing it, but it was difficult to do. Definitely.
Yeah. You're going to the Black Diamond Ball. Is it this?
Yeah, the 27th.
Right?
It's the 27th.
Okay.
Can you say hi to Auntie Jillian for me there? I'm a huge fan.
I can.
Yeah, she's hosting, right?
I can.
The Black Diamond Ball.
Her.
Yeah.
I think they should play the song, Shem.
I hope so, man.
Did you send it to them?
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But nobody
got to play it.
Yeah, but nobody's played it. I mean, aside from us, where this is the first time anybody else is going to hear it.
All right, here we go from our very own Shem. Oh my God, I love it already! Shem, I love this song. Oh my God.
Another banger, listen up now. Right now, as we celebrate Black excellence all month now, all month now, all month now. Angela James, stand up now, take a bow. Garrett Morgan made gas mask a thing back in 1912. He also made the 3-light traffic system. Oh, 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 oh. Viola Desmond on the $10 banknote. Oh, 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 oh. Beyonce hit the high note. Oh, 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 oh. Gene Augustine is the go. Oh, 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 oh. Harriet Tubman was a hero in the Underground Railroad. Cardi official, always showing love to Scarborough. We wouldn't have chips if it wasn't for George Crumb and potatoes. Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald, they sung with soul. Now Dr. Shirley Jackson, she was the first woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics. She had other inventions, including call waiting, Lincoln Alexander, first black member of parliament. Where would we be without Frederick Douglass? Or Phil Downing for inventing the mailbox. Willie O'Ree took the ice. Gear shift from Richard Spikes. Music from Prince and Mike. February is the month now, to tell you what Black history is about. We've got more work to do, there is no doubt. Black is beautiful and I am so proud. Now Black History, let's go.
That is so good.
Thank you, guys.
Holy cow, that is amazing. Yo, we got to play this a lot, man. We got to keep playing this. That was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I learned so much.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
Shem,
chips.
that was wonderful. Love you, bro.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
amazing.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, hi.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Tyson.
Tyson. Where do you listen to the show from?
I just moved to Canada, so I've been listening to the show for like 6 months now.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome to Canada. Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Okay. How did you discover the Roz and Mocha Show?
In my car, right? So I just turned on the radio and Maurie's funny.
Yeah.
So I started listening to it.
Hold on. You listened because you thought Maurie's funny? Not because of Roz and I?
No, Maurie's the best. Like, he's so funny. He has no shame. So I love that. He has no shame at all.
That is true.
So Tyson, the reason why I'm a little bit offended, first of all, Tyson, but here's what Tyson texted in after hearing Shem talk on the show. Shem is black in all caps.
Oh my God.
I thought he was a tall white guy with long hair who would usually wear pink shorts in the middle of summer.
Wow.
He does wear pink shorts.
Wow. Wow. You put a whole person together. What?
Shem is the complete opposite then of what you have in mind, Tyson.
I'm a bald black guy.
I was surprised. That makes sense now. Like, I'm like, he was talking about the Black History Month event. I'm like, okay, that's progressive. A white guy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, I'm black. What do you mean you're black? It all makes sense. That's why you can't rap.
Oh, that's why he can rap. Oh my God!
Only because you're Nigerian, you can say that. You know that. Oh my God!
I also sort of love that that you thought that we were sending off our tall, white, long-haired,
pink short-wearing
producer to host the Black History Month event. Like, what made you think that Shem was white? Was it the way he talks? Is it sort of like what his interests are?
The way he talks, the way he pronounces stuff, I'm like, okay, this guy is definitely not black. But then he's like, I'm black. I'm like, what do you mean you're black? Then it makes sense. He's hosting the Black History Month event, and he raps as well.
Yeah.
He can actually sing. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, word.
Shem.
I love this guy.
Yo, Tyson, you are the best, dude. Hey, what brought you to Canada? Why did you decide to come out here?
School.
Oh, okay,
School.
nice. What are you taking?
Yeah. Criminology and political science.
Oh, lovely.
Hey,
That's
man,
amazing.
you got to come back on the show again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you
I
into,
don't like
man?
talking on the radio.
What are you into? What's your favorite thing?
Soccer.
Soccer. What's your second favorite
I
thing?
thought he said stalker.
What's your second
Like
favorite?
football, right?
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah. What's your second favorite thing?
I would say basketball.
Okay, we can talk a little basketball. What's your third favorite thing?
Oh, come on, really? You're going to ask me until I said something that you like.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel, Tyson, like in the next 2 minutes, we're going to hear from Roz. Okay, what's your 15th favorite thing?
I know. Oh, one thing I thought Maurie's name was Damnit. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Damnit Maurie.
Oh, you thought like his
His
first
last name.
You thought his first name was Damnit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matthew, Damnit, Maurie, Damnit, and...
We can go with that, though.
There's
That's fine,
a lot
man.
of surprises in this show.
I know.
Tyson.
Tyson, I sent you a text. We're going to keep in touch, you and me.
You're the best, Maurie.
Hey, Tyson, Maury's been here the whole time. You want to say hi to him?
Hi, Maurie.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Maurie, he's Nigerian, not Jamaican.
Yeah.
I'm black. I would know that. You see?
Tyson, you're the best. We'll be in touch soon. Welcome to Canada.
All right,
Welcome
guys.
to the Roz and
All the
Mocha Show. Take care, bro.
Man.
No problem. You too. Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Hi, Melissa. It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Hi, I'm really good. How are you?
Good. Here is what Melissa said to us. She reached out and said, if you guys all worked in a high school, what kind of teachers or roles would you have? I have my theories. Before we get to everybody around the room, Melissa, I want to hear what your theories are.
Oh, okay.
Let's start with Roz.
Roz, I definitely think he would be the guidance counselor and cooking teacher. Chicken wings every day.
Okay.
Is there a cooking class?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We had
Okay.
home ec. I don't think they do that anymore, though.
Move over to Damnit Maurie now.
I think he would be the drama teacher, teaching kids how to embellish stories and act like he doesn't have a husband.
How to act like you don't have a husband.
Facts. Okay, and now Shem.
Shem, I think he would be the perfect music teacher. I think he would teach the kids how to sing and write songs.
Okay,
Good
and
one.
then me, Mocha.
I think that you'd be the PE teacher and you'd have a wrestling ring in the middle of the gym. And then also BMX, teach them how to not run into walls.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Damn, thanks.
I felt that one in my shoulder.
Wow, that's great, Melissa. So you've obviously given this some thought.
Yes.
What would you say is the position that would require the least interaction with people and possibly the least amount of work that is required in the day? Because whatever that job is, I feel Roz would want to navigate towards that rather than guidance counselor.
Yeah. You got to deal with too many kids to be the guidance counselor.
Right?
Maybe just be the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You get a lawnmower, right?
High schools don't have groundskeepers anymore.
Roz would yell at the kids, "Stay off my lawn!"
Like, come on, high schools don't have that anymore.
You mow the grass that's inside the track there?
No, I could. You know where I could work, even though I don't like to read, is I could work in the library because I would love to just tell kids to be quiet all day. Right? I could be the librarian. 100%. I could reach them top shelves.
True.
No problem.
Yeah.
Right?
But then you got to organize all the books that, like, if they go and they pull out like a stack and then they just like disrespectfully just leave it on the table.
It's called student volunteers.
Oh, you got it all mapped out.
Right? That's what the bad kids have to do at lunch. Right? That's what I had to do at lunch when I was bad.
You had to put away books?
Yes.
The Dewey Decimal System?
You had to go put away books in the library.
Oh, that's
It's the worst punishment.
That sucks.
It's the worst.
I'd rather have detention where I don't have to do anything, just sit there in the classroom.
Thank you.
Right? Don't
Yes.
make me put away books.
No, I had
please.
to put away books. Yeah, they made you work.
What did all of your girlfriends think of that?
Well, Maury, that didn't bother them. Come on.
Shem, what do you think of your role as music teacher? That's pretty fitting, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. Also, I can also see myself being a guidance counselor because I mean, I kind of counsel some of my students now because I teach at a college here.
I think you're motivating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
I think
that's a great quality for the guidance counselor role is that you are motivating. But I also think music teacher because you got to get people out of their shell, and I think that you need to be a certain type of person to be able to do that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
I think Maury would be the janitor.
Well, no, I'm already the drama teacher.
No, I don't know. I think that you would be the janitor because I think that you
I
have
hate cleaning.
No.
Yeah, that's not true. You'd be the worst janitor ever.
No, because
That'd
I
be
only
the
thought-
grungiest school.
Student volunteers.
No, because you used to love your janitor, right? Like your janitor recognized that you were a kid that ate alone and you used to eat with the janitor, right?
In the janitor's room at the
Yes.
wooden table. I'll never forget it.
Right. So that's the only reason I thought that was because you would maybe want to do that for another kid. You would maybe want to be that person that's there for somebody.
As long as I don't have to clean.
Right. Well,
There you go. Melissa, I agree with you. Phys ed teacher, that would be
absolutely.
That would be the role I would
Wrestling
take.
coach.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much, Melissa. Love you lots.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, I got to play this clip of this guy burning his wiener on Naked and Afraid.
What?
What? Okay. First of all, I didn't think that they still ran Naked and Afraid. I didn't think this was even a show anymore. Naked and Afraid, if you're not familiar with Naked and Afraid, is it sort of like Survivor Man, I guess?
But everyone's naked?
Right? But everybody is naked. Like you're out in the wilderness and you have nothing. Right? And you are...
You just have to survive?
You are naked.
And afraid.
And afraid, because why wouldn't you be? Everything's just there. And I guess what happened is you'll hear it.
And you're like with a group of people?
Yeah, there's a group of people.
Who are also naked and afraid?
Right? Isn't that right? There's a group of people, right?
Yeah,
Laura?
everyone's naked.
Everybody's naked.
And afraid.
And terrified. We would be naked and embarrassed. When they do that show, you'll win more. Oh my God.
And dead.
Right? Yeah. And so I guess it was chilly and they curled up by the fire. And you know when like sparks shoot off a fire?
Yeah.
Right? Well, sparks shot off the fire and landed on a contestant's wiener.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart. Last night we stayed very close to the fire and we've been peppered by hot coals. And one of the said coals has landed on my my little soldier's helmet. I'm going to look like I've been hit with buckshot when I get home. Thankfully, this brave, heroic medic is about to make sure it's not going to get infected.
It shouldn't be too traumatizing.
Could we use just a normal size Q-tip? Obviously, we need everything extra large. Looks like my blur.
Let's do it. You ready?
No, but go for it anyway. Oh, thank you. That is just what the doctor ordered.
So she sprayed him with some sort of disinfectant and numbing agent, I guess, right? To take the pain away. And I was going to say the swelling, but he didn't mention swelling. I just assumed swelling. But to take the pain away and to clean it up from infection and stuff. But yeah, that's what happens, man, when you're sleeping naked next to a fire, right? Oh. Sparks fly. Oh, man. And when you watch the video, like he's standing there, like they're in the middle of the forest, and the poor medic is down on her knees, and she's like has a swab in her hand.
But at that point,
like he went to medical school.
Yeah,
and you're on some stupid reality show because some guy burned his wiener because he's sleeping naked next to a fire.
Naked and afraid.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What are you able to overcome in a relationship? We've heard everything doing this show, especially when we do Fix My Life, that people are able to overcome things that have happened in relationships and build back trust. It's difficult, but it happens. I got to play you this story. It's a news clip from a husband and wife named Tony and Francis, who just celebrated 57 years of marriage.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah. 57 years of marriage. Even though 40 years ago, Francis tried to kill Tony.
What?
Just listen.
It's a love story.
This year, Tony and Francis Toto will celebrate 57 years of marriage.
There was a one time when we had some rough time.
The year was 1983. Tony and Francis had 4 kids and a pizza shop. But then Tony strayed from the marriage, and Francis found out.
So you decided you were going to kill your husband.
Oh, yeah. What happened next was like something out of a movie. Hollywood thought so too, turning the Toto's troubles into a feature film called I Love You to Death. Francis did hire teenage hitmen to help her try to kill Tony 5 times, including failed attempts to blow up his car and attack him with a baseball bat. One night, Francis put a bottle of sleeping pills in Tony's food, and then the hitmen shot him.
Twice, one in the back of my head and one, and the bullet went right through the chest.
Oh, my God.
And the one in his head is still there. I don't think I was thinking straight. It was like a love-hate kind of a thing.
Because of the pills, Tony's system slowed down. He was in a daze and says he didn't feel a thing, believing Francis when she told him he had the flu. Tony spent 12 days in the hospital. The first thing he did when he was discharged was bail out Francis.
And then we both cry and we say to each other, you know, from now on, let's talk, let's communicate better. Something that we should have done before. Did I forgive her? Yes, nothing happened to me. Yes, it's okay. Don't do it again, Shem. Yeah, take it easy, yeah?
Don't do it again. Take it easy. Paisan, she tried to kill you 5 times.
5 times.
And the bullet is still in his head.
5 times.
Come on.
Tried to blow up his car
5 times.
So was this all stemming from the fact that he cheated?
Yes. Oh my God. He cheated. She found out. She hired 2 high school kids to try and kill her husband. They tried to blow up his car. They think they said to try and stab him. And then she put sleeping pills in his food. And then they shot him in the chest and the head. And then he went to the hospital. And she was just like, no, you have the flu. And he's like,
Don't do it again, Santa. Take it easy, yeah? Don't do it again, Santa. Take it easy, yeah?
Don't do it again. Take it easy. After 5 times, bro.
Don't do it again, Santa. Take it easy, yeah?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
To play you this video out of Brooklyn, New York.
Uh-oh.
These are second graders at the Excellence Boys Charter School. Their teacher posted this video that has gone viral. And it's the first time the reason why it's gone viral is the students are doing affirmations, right? They're looking at themselves in the mirror and they're saying something nice about themselves,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
And it's the first time this teacher decided to do this. He came up with the idea, he said, while creating a lesson on authenticity and being yourself.
Okay.
So you had all these students stand up in a line, and one by one, they went up to the mirror. Incredible teacher, right?
One thing I like myself is my skin color. One thing I like about myself is that I like my hairstyle and I like that I'm smart. One thing I like about myself is that I'm just the way I am. One thing I love about myself is my eyes. One thing I love about myself is I'm smart and I have the ability to do anything. One thing that I like about myself is that I'm good at climbing. One thing I like about myself is I'm a great listener. One thing I like about myself is that I'm smart. One thing I love about myself is I'm strong. And one thing that I like about myself is that I like my skin color.
Isn't that nice?
So sweet. Some of those kids at the beginning snuck in 2 things.
Yeah. I like this about myself and this. I'm strong and I can climb.
I absolutely love that.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's
We
sweet.
should do that in this room.
It's incredible what educators are able to do and get out of these kids, right?
Yeah, God, it's so nice when they're young, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're still in that stage where you can get them to do this kind of thing and it means something, where they're not yet jaded, where oh God.
And they truly believe it.
They do.
Right?
They do. And when they're that age, you're just like, God, stay this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember this.
Because it's so innocent.
Right? It's because it's so innocent, but it's also true.
But that's why you got to keep doing it. You have to keep saying it to the mirror. You don't just do it once. You do it every
I know, but it's not like you can grab a bunch of kids in, grade 11 and try this with them, right? Yeah,
ain't got time for that.
No, like there's just something that happens where it's just a magic time when kids are that age. It really is beautiful.
But if you get a sec to check it out, it's all over the place right now. The teacher's name, by the way, is Ivan Marrero, and he teaches grade 2 students at the Excellence Boys Charter School in Brooklyn, New York.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Your first word is inside.
Outside.
Your second word is defeat.
Lose.
Jing said success.
No.
Third word, Roz, is hockey.
Baseball.
Jing said ice. Fourth word is spoon.
Fork.
Fifth word is super.
Bowl.
Jing said star.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Jing.
Okay.
All right, have a wonderful day. Love you lots.
Oh, wow.
So there we go. 10 grand is still the jackpot. We will play Matchy Matchy on Monday morning at 8. Text WIN plus your name to 925-555.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Professor Jonathan Moore.
Why are you here?
Did you kill someone?
Oh, did someone break your heart?
Did you break my heart, Marion? Heartbreak is always a catalyst for a new path.
You're a murderer, Joe.
You're wrong about me. I'm gonna prove it to you.
So good.
Come on now.
You, season 4, part 1 on Netflix right now. People have binged all 5 episodes already. Part 2 arrives on March 9th. Now, we've all had the opportunity to watch already. It's great. I didn't think that I would be so into this show as I am. Like, season 1, I was hooked. Season 2, I was like, man, I'm going to give it a shot again.
It was good.
Right? And
Yeah,
it was good.
yeah.
And then season 3, I was like, okay, what are they going to do? And then they did what they did. And I was like, okay, you got me. And then at the end of season 3, I was like, okay, what? Like, now what do you, like, he moves and he's going to do the same thing? I've seen this story already.
Yeah, it's
But
difficult
then-
to just not tell the same story over and over again, right?
They switch up the formula.
They did.
And they got me hooked.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Which is why
Brilliant.
Twitter is still going bonkers.
Yeah.
Hashtag you season 4 is still trending.
And it takes a lot lot. They reinvented the show.
Oh, my God,
but it
so
still
good.
feels like the same show, but only it feels like a whole new show as well.
Yeah.
It's great.
Damnit Maurie talking to Penn Badgley, a.k.a. Joe Goldberg, for you.
Penn, I am like fangirling right now. I can't believe I get to talk to you. This is freaking cool. I'm a huge fan, and I have to say, this season is by far the best season of you yet. And I gotta ask you, is it because they changed the direction, the format? Congratulations on that. Do you think that it was important to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think since day one, A1 with Joe, you need to be, it's like, it's irresponsible to let the concept get tired in a way. Some shows you can kind of, I don't know, you can fall asleep at the wheel maybe, and it's not as important. But with this show, it's like if you fall asleep at the wheel, Joe becomes a ravenous beast. And if you jump the shark in a show like ours, it's just I don't know, it's way worse. So every season they find a way to reinvent it. I really think has been the case. I'm always kind of stunned how, despite the outlandish places it goes along the way, by the season finale, it really has like this satisfying emotional resonance, and it still keeps you guessing. And so with this season, I mean, I feel like they did the impossible again, which they managed to do every season. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep it going. But being in London and changing the format from I guess a romance thriller to a whodunit, that seems to be a shift that people are wanting and ready for.
So
it's like a murder mystery now.
Completely.
Yeah.
And he says in there, taking place in London, there's two common things that I'm seeing on Twitter, right? So there's one particular scene where he walks from one place in London to another place in London, right? And it's a matter of like minutes. I think he like jogs or something, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody in the UK,
oh, come on,
they're
now.
tweeting
Yeah.
about like the distance in the show is not distance in reality. And they're like going in and flaming this guy.
Come on.
Like, you expect us to believe, right?
Yeah, you can't do that.
The other thing are the amount of tweets from women who are so, despite Joe and his history,
Always has been.
so thirsty for him.
Yeah, I know.
So, and you can't talk to Joe Goldberg, Penn Badgley, without bringing this up, right?
There is a billboard, a Netflix billboard that was up on Sunset Boulevard that read, Penn Badgley is hot, Joe Goldberg is not. You must find it mind-boggling that people find Joe hot and they're attracted to Joe.
Yeah. Well, that's this thing where like I've played sort of tongue in cheek. I've played like cultural referee with this and tried to blow the whistle some when people are a bit too thirsty. But that's really been, I think, just a sort of playful thing. The point is that we have designed the character to be very charming and likable so that we can have this whole exercise. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't really work if he's this insufferably grotesque person, which, you know, a true depiction of a serial killer might be closer to that. So yeah, it is. I think a lot of people are kind of in on the joke. Then there are those who maybe just because they're maybe too young to be watching it or something, might take some of Joe's charm too literally and take him at face value too much, in which case That is, concerning. But I don't think that's a huge percentage of the viewership.
Well, they got us hooked. Season 4, part 1 of You is on Netflix right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
It's Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Not much. I'm just calling in to apologize to Mocha.
To apologize to Mocha. This is always Jeez, I love when people call in to apologize. Doesn't even have to be an apology to me. I will accept any apology, even if it is directed at Mocha. What do you need to apologize to Mocha for?
So yesterday we went to the mall, and as a gentleman that I am, I held the door open on the way out for my wife because the doors are quite heavy. And as I was holding the door open for her, she walked out, and some lady was walking into the mall, so I held the door open for her.
Yeah.
And she walked in. I noticed another couple walking out, and as they walked out, I realized it was Mocha.
Oh.
And on his way out, he said thank you, and I responded with no problem, Roz. And it didn't register to me that I said that, but I knew it was Mocha. But my mouth just decided to say Roz. And
Twice,
as
by
he
the
was
way.
walking away.
Twice.
Yeah, because you said no problem, Roz, and then I was like, no, I'm the other one. It was like, and then Mike was like, yeah, all right, Roz. I was like, no, I'm the other one.
I know, and it didn't register until you said it the second time. And to cover my own self, I had to respond with, you're the better one.
Okay.
So,
first of all, I think you should be apologizing to me.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize to you.
Thank you.
My response, you both are great. I absolutely love the show. Me and my wife listen to you guys every morning.
Did you really? You didn't even say I'm Mocha. You said I'm the other one.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You didn't even say it's Mocha.
No. That's like my general, because most times people will say, hey, Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
Right? So
Yes.
that's what I get.
Yes.
And my automatic response is not both, just one.
Yeah.
And then I
Yes.
wait for them to figure out which one.
Yeah. First
Right?
name Rosin, last name Mocha.
Yeah. And anytime somebody calls me Roz,
Yeah.
I just assume that they know the name of the show, which is why I always reply with, no, I'm the other one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what, did that bother you like the rest of the day, Mike?
I felt like an idiot, yes.
Drive me crazy. If I made that mistake, if I made that kind of mistake, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would go back to that mall every day until I saw you again.
What? Actually, I got to go back today. So what did your wife say, Mike?
She was laughing at me hysterically.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's like, wow, how'd you do that? It was embarrassing.
Well, Mike, appreciate you holding the door open for my wife and I, like a true gentleman. And thank you, honestly, thank you to you and your wife for listening to the show. It means a lot.
No problem. You guys are great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Your first word is aunt.
Uncle.
Second word is strike.
Out.
Oh, good one. Your third word, Roz, is Toronto.
Oh, for God's sake. Ontario?
No! Yo, we got two more. Your fourth word is B.
B?
Yeah.
Hard?
We are one word away from $10,000 for Culpa and her kids, who she wants to take to Disney. Roz.
What number is this now?
5.
I've blown it on 5 multiple times now.
Roz, your fifth word is class.
School.
No! Really? Come on!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this clip of Drake doing that interview with Caleb Presley from Barstool. It's funny, man. This guy has funny interviews.
Some of them are funny.
You don't think so? You don't think they're all funny?
He's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched the clips. I don't think I've ever sat through a full interview, but I think they're entertaining. This is talking about sort of like Drake's lifestyle and how he travels and the women and whatnot.
Does Adonis ever try to block you so he doesn't
by the way,
split his
hit pause
hair?
for a second.
Yeah.
So Drake did the interview with his kid. Like his son's sitting there beside him, like sipping on a juice box.
Wait, hearing all the questions and then Drake having to answer in front of him?
Yeah. I mean, it could have been done through editing, right? But there's definitely.
It was separate, but yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Does Adonis ever try to block you so he doesn't split his inheritance?
No,
Oh my God!
No, not really. No.
But now that you think about it.
I was thinking about it, though. Like, yeah, no, he definitely just, like, always is, like, vibing out with me, telling me, like, how great I am as, like, a father, like a single father. So maybe he is trying to, like, deliver a message.
Is it true that the most beautiful girls in the world are here in Toronto?
I would say so, yes.
How'd you get them here from Miami? You flew in your plane?
Okay, that's funny.
Oh, man. That's a valid point.
They come in your plane?
Yeah.
You have a plane?
I have a plane.
You have a bed on there?
I do. 4.
4 beds? What about snacks?
Snacks? I got snacks.
How private is the plane?
It's private.
Can you walk around in your underwear?
I could, I guess. I mean, I travel pretty heavy.
You don't wear underwear?
No, I said I travel heavy.
What is that?
It's not like it's not a.
It sounded dirty. I don't know.
It's not like
I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it sounded bad.
I have a lot of people on the plane.
Okay. Maybe this interview convinced me that Caleb guy's funny. Like, he was pretty quick with it.
Do you want to play the one with his kid?
Sure.
Because it's super weird. Like, they start talking about fighting and stuff like this with, like, the boy. And
Fighting?
the end of it is really, really great. But here is Caleb Presley with Adonis.
Drizzy Drake's son.
What does that mean? There's a lot of friends of me that are really nice to me.
Yeah, what do they say when they're being nice?
They say, I like you because you're being nice to me.
And what do they say when they're being mean?
They say, I don't like you because you're being mean to me.
And were you?
I wasn't mean to them.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
The way you said that made me think that you were maybe being mean.
No, I'm not.
Why you look away?
They were fighting me, so I fight them back.
How you fight them back?
I just put my hand over his arm, then twist, not twist his leg, but I just twist him on the floor.
Did you ever punch anybody in the nuts?
No, never.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
That's funny.
Can you read?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because, but there's a him that can read. His name is Kyle.
Nerd.
What does nerd mean?
Too smart for school.
Yeah.
Do you think if you had a better dad, you would be able to read?
Oh my God!
This is my better dad.
Do you think if he did a better job with you at home that you'd be able to read?
Yeah, and that's a funny dad. Also, he does a lot of jokes.
Okay, here's a question. Oh my God. That's Barstool, by the way, talking to Drake and his son Adonis. Do you think that the questions that they asked that we just heard?
I know.
Were
I know because they
they came up with these questions after they asked Adonis some other questions, and they wrapped it around the answers that he gave.
I don't know because people have done that many times before in interviews.
Because
to
for
get funny
that
stuff,
I think, just as a father, as a parent, really, I think some of the questions were not fair to ask a 5-year-old.
Can you read?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, but like, how does he answer it? Go back to the first, can you read? Like, what else could that question have
They
been?
say, I don't like you because you're...
So this is the fighting
They were
stuff.
fighting me, so...
Yo, stand up for yourself, Adonis. That's good.
Funny.
Can you read?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because, but there's a him...
So he goes, like, the question could have been anything else, right? Because he says, listen.
That's funny.
Right here.
Can you read?
No, I can't.
Why not?
because, but there's a.
Because he says because, but there's a.
I know.
So I think maybe
But
they
he's
asked
also
him.
talking like a 5-year-old though, too, right?
I think maybe they asked him something else to give the answer, and then they were like, "What funny stuff could we ask afterwards to make it sound hilarious?"
I know, but to say that you think you'd be able to read if you had a better phone.
Okay, maybe that one was real.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Denise, hello. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. Why are you here?
Okay, so I'm hoping to pull a Timberlake and bring the sexy back into my marriage.
Oh, wow. You wrote this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. How to reignite the flame in my marriage. We've been together for 6 years, but the past year we've hit a rough patch. How do we get the flame burning again?
So what's been going on in the past year?
So it's a little bit of having a newborn, my going back to work after maternity leave. My husband was unfortunately let go from the company he was with, so financially things have been a little bit tough. Just kind of figuring out the new dynamic as being a family.
Yeah. That's tough, and it's totally normal.
That you got a lot of things going in there. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all, because what Roz just said, totally normal. Happens to everybody.
You have just laid out like all the questions that we would have asked had happened. Do you guys talk about it?
We do, yeah. Like there's been quite a few discussions, and I know his coping mechanism with some of the turmoil and stuff is not exactly the most constructive, which doesn't help to the full situation.
What does he do to cope?
There's a little bit of some, not substance abuse, but he doesn't shy away from indulging in, weed and whatnot, which doesn't make it easy.
No, nobody wants to do it on weed, huh?
No, not high priority.
No, I think that the priority is understanding that you both recognize, because that's where things can sort of go sideways for you, is when one person feels that there is a divide or a disconnect and then the other person does not, right? Where they say, no, we're good. What are you talking about? We hang out every day. Like, as long as you're both on the same page, that's a really great place to start from. But getting on that same page and you after a kid and him losing his job, like nobody in the house feels sexy right now, right? No.
Have the two of you connected, like minus the sex, have the two of you connected like romantically at all?
I think no. Just with everything that's been going on in the way that like as soon as our little guy goes to bed, it's immediately he wants to smoke. So it's definitely one of those things where it's, I love him, but definitely just not that whole like, oh, I love you. Like, I want all of you. It's like, okay, I just kind of want to be away from you.
Yeah.
It's just gotten to be a bit much lately.
Yeah. So he's using that to cope and that makes him feel good. It's fine if somebody has something that makes him feel good, but it can't make your partner feel bad. Right? And it can't make your partner feel neglected. And you don't want to have the conversation and, it's the weed or me, but you can have the conversation of, it sort of, breaks my heart a little bit that when you have, when we have a second alone after the kid goes to bed and it's finally like the quick little moments of the time that we have together in a day, you choose to spend it without me.
Exactly. And I tried to express that to him and he recognizes it, but usually he's the most sincere about it when he's about to go out. And then on the nights where we sort of plan to be together, he's a little bit more miserable because he would rather be out and indulging a little bit. So that part's been a bit tough.
When you say out, like you mean out by himself, like outside, or out with friends smoking weed?
Out by himself. He's definitely one of those does it alone kind of things. So, and then plays video games.
Yeah, he's escaping, right?
Yeah,
he's escaping, and he's probably going through some stuff. He's dealing with a lot of self-worth issues, and as you are, because he's not physically. I don't want to say physically attracted to you, but he no longer looks at you like he wants to rip your clothes off, right? And that's going to do some serious damage to your self-esteem. And so you guys are both sort of floating away. And when he has, moments to himself to sort of feel like an adult and feel human again. He's choosing to spend those moments without you as opposed to with you. And that's what you guys, that's what you need to work on. And you know that, but how do you do that? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Geez, it's really, it's tough because again, with all of these questions, we've had so many people call up the show where it's like, hey, we don't have sex anymore. We don't do this anymore. And 99% of the times, and yours included, it has nothing to even do with sex. So don't worry about, I wouldn't make jumping back into bed the goal. What you guys have to figure out is why he feels the way he does and why you feel the way you do. That's what you need to work on. The sex will happen. It'll follow. But you need to work on the why.
And reconnect as a couple.
Because realistically, you guys could jump into bed tonight. He's going to appease you, and you're going to be like, "Hey, I'll give you something to smoke." And then he's going to be like, "Cool," and then you're going to be done, and he's going to be back in the garage smoking weed and playing video games again.
Yeah.
Right? Like you got to figure out the why.
Yeah.
That's what you need to work on. If it's a self-esteem issue, if it's a confidence issue, if it's a
depression issue,
if it's a depression issue on either of your sides, then maybe it's time for you guys to go and talk to somebody together.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know that is something that we both sort of have struggled with, especially with me, with my little man. I definitely dealt with the postpartum depression and anxiety and trying to get myself back on track.
Totally normal too, Denise. Totally normal.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, you're not the first woman to have a kid where your outlook on sex changes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that's normal. It's totally normal. Like you're not in this sort of position of being broken like you think you are. And you guys can rebuild what you had. It won't look the same. You're going to evolve. And I think that you need to move forward instead of moving back, because I think you're trying to get to the place that you were before, and that may be unattainable. So you guys need to collectively figure out where you're going to be in the future. And what this looks like now. It's not about going backwards. It's about going forwards. It's about evolving, and that should be that should be the conversation.
Does that help, Denise?
It does, yeah, and that's just it. Like trying to keep the open communication is what we're trying to keep up. So
send him nudes. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
Without the face, right?
Yeah, like when he's out in the garage and stuff, right?
This is what you're missing.
Yes, yes.
Love you lots, Denise. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
John Ferry, hello. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on.
John, welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story. What is your hell of a story?
Well, believe it or not, I actually sell human bones for a living.
Excuse me? Sorry, say that one more time, a little bit louder.
I actually sell human bones for a living.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Okay, so John, how old are you?
I'm actually 22, turning 23 in 10 days.
Where do you get bones, and how many bones do you have?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, we have a showroom in Brooklyn, New York, where all of the bones that we get actually come from retired doctors. It used to be mandatory for them to purchase bones while they studied. And fast forward 80, 100 years later, most of these doctors are passing away, so these bones are going up in the public market. So this is primarily where we get them from.
Wait, so you guys have a store, like a bone store?
We have an entire showroom in Brooklyn.
Okay, so
what's it called? Bones R Us?
It's called John's Bones.
I love
John,
it.
You're the best. So, Mocha,
I love it.
Click on the pictures that John sent through, because I want you to see what he's talking about.
Oh my
here.
God!
Thank you,
bro. You have a wall of just spines.
Yes, actually, we have the current largest spine collection in the U.S.
So these are like people from where?
Yes.
From like all over the world?
Oh, it ranges from all over the world. We have a forensic anthropologist that we partner with to actually look at the biological profile of the skulls, and they come from everywhere.
How many spinal columns do you have?
Currently, right now, we have 110.
Oh my God! How many skulls do you have?
Over 100 too.
Okay,
How many? Whoa! I'm seeing pictures here of full skeletons. How many of those do you have?
15 currently.
Okay, if a doctor wanted to do some studying and said, "Yo, I need like a left arm," could you provide just a left arm, or do you have to buy like both? Like they are only sold in pairs.
Oh, absolutely. We have everything from the bones in the feet all the way up to the cranium and the skull and everything in between.
So who's buying? Like who's buying bones?
Well, the majority of our clients are actually working professionals. We work mainly with universities, but you might find this interesting. We actually work also with members of search and rescue. These are actually police officers and FBI agents that train cadaver dogs.
Really?
Yeah, so they buy the bones because it still has the authentic smell since it was real human remains, and they use them to aid in search and rescue.
How do you weed out the weirdos?
Typically, due to the price point of most of the bones, we're in contact with our clients before they purchase, so they usually give us some form of paperwork to show proof of intent with the bones, as well as where they any type of credibility or certifications that they have.
If I'm in the market for a skull, what does that run?
Oh, a skull can run anywhere from $1,600 to $3,000.
Okay, and is it based on how old it is? Like, is this sort of like an art thing? Like, how do you, like, what makes a skull $300 and what makes a skull $3,000?
Oh, it's a combination of quality, history, provenance, preparation. Some skulls are rarer than other skulls based on how they were cleaned, processed, cut, and preserved. So if it was by an extremely notable company, it would be worth more. Another big indicator is quality. Interestingly enough, for every tooth missing is $150 off the skull's value.
It's like comic books.
What?
Right? Like every wrinkle is like a couple $100 off the price. Hey, is this an actual store, or where do you keep these? Like, is this where you live?
No, we currently have a showroom. So it's in a commercial artist space in Bushwick.
Okay, so if you, like, is this something that, I don't know what your status is, whether you're single or not, but is this something that you tend to not show people who are new in your life right away?
Well, I believe this is the hill I decided to take my stand on, and I love what I do, and I'm never afraid to talk about it. But yeah, I currently have a partner. We've been dating for over 2 years, but when we went on a first date, that was nerve-wracking for me.
Did you show her the bones on the first date?
Yes.
You did?
I made sure to.
And what was the response?
You have to set the expectations so they know what they're getting into.
And what was the response?
Oh, I wouldn't date anyone that wasn't inquisitive enough to take a second to listen. So she was kind, polite, and wanted to hear me out.
So the showroom that you have, could like anyone just walk into the showroom?
Currently, we do open tours for the public. One of our biggest goals is to make osteology more accessible and to raise awareness about the trade that happened. So you could actually reserve an appointment on our website, and then from there we'll walk you through an hour tour about the history, some of the issues within the bone trade, what the pieces in the collection look like, as well as answer any questions the public might have.
Most expensive bone that you sell?
Most expensive individual bone or individual piece?
Okay. What's the most expensive individual piece?
We have an exploded Shem skull that was created by an existing preparator that is valued currently at $22,000.
Whoa! And most expensive bone?
Most expensive bone, probably the hyoid. It's the floating bone within the neck that can range for between $300 to $500.
Wow. Hey, before we let you go, John, who sells human bones for a living, do you name your skeletons?
No,
oh, okay.
We don't. We try to take it from an academic standpoint, but sometimes previous clients name them, so we usually honor it when they come into the showroom.
Oh, what are some of the names?
We've had Garrett, Tim, Tom, Gretchen, Donna is a popular one. We've seen probably 10 or 20 Donnas over the years.
Really? Wow.
And is business good for you? Like you're making a living?
Yeah, we have a team of 8 right now.
What?
Damn. Bro,
there you go. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is a hell of a story. 22 years old, 8 employees. John Ferry, you sell human bones for a living. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
And if you ever want to come down to New York City, we'd love to have you.
What's the website if people want to check it out?
It's johnsbones.com, no H, Jons bones.com.
Easy.
All right.
I friggin' love it.
John's Bones.
John, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New AntMan movie in theaters tomorrow.
People still need help, Dad.
That's why we made this. Like a satellite for deep space, but quantum.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm.
Oh, damn.
Turn it off. Now!
Oh, you done messed up, kid. You done messed up. If you thought the multiverse was insane.
What are you so afraid of? There's something I never told you.
Oh, damn.
This place. It isn't what you think. So, what's it gonna be?
Mm-mm.
AntMan.
Yo, I
Damn.
saw
I'm okay with that.
Jonathan Majors, who's the bad guy in this, right?
Yeah.
So he's in Quantumania, the new Ant-Man, out tomorrow. And then in like 3 weeks, he's the bad guy in the new Creed movie.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he's also currently on the cover of Ebony magazine
Oh.
in just shorts and his muscles.
Yeah. I'm guessing the guy's built, right?
He's looking
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
bro,
Stacked. Yeah.
thirst trap.
Really,
Like,
huh?
if you look at what some of the ladies are tweeting about him,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
I saw a tweet somebody said illegal.
Oh, wow. All his money just goes on pants. That's it. No shirts.
But no, this new movie, this new Ant-Man movie, it looks amazing. Katheryn Newton, who plays Ant-Man's daughter in the movie, is featured like heavily. Gave some time to us on the Roz and Mocha Show talking to Damnit Maurie because Bill Murray's in this movie as well.
Yep.
Not a spoiler because he's in the trailer.
I heard this story. Bill Murray called you about this movie?
He did.
What happened?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Who gets a phone call from Bill Murray? My
Why was
mom's
he calling
like,
you?
Katheryn, I have Bill Murray for you. I'm like, what? She's like, I have no idea. I played in a golf tournament with Bill Murray, the AT&T Pebble Beach tournament. We were paired together with Jordan Spieth and D.A. Points. And I was just bragging about being in a Marvel movie because I was trying to be cool in front of these professional golfers, trying to impress them with my game and my Marvel movie. And Bill, I guess, loved playing golf with me. And he called me up and he was like, I've been thinking about joining the Marvel Universe. I think it's time to be in a Marvel movie in my career. And I was like, okay. He's like, I wanted to ask your permission if I could join Ant-Man. I was like, sure, Bill. Yeah. I think that there's someone else to talk to, but I'm cool with it.
Now, do you think Bill Murray already signed the contract? Like, he already had the deal set in place?
Oh, he was talking to them, definitely. Yeah.
Like, it would have been just a cool story, cool moment for young Katheryn Newton to get that call from the legend, Bill Murray.
You know, it's a courtesy, right? Because she was the one that was talking to him about it, and I'm doing this movie, I'm doing Ant-Man, I'm doing all this stuff,
Sure.
right? And then it's kind of snaky, if after that he goes, hey, to his agent, I was talking to, get me in that movie, where he's obviously the bigger star, right?
Yeah.
And then that would have happened from their conversation. So I think it's actually a decent courtesy call to make, being like, this all happened because of you and I talking. I don't want to step all over you, but are you cool?
Katheryn Newton plays Ant-Man's daughter in the new movie that comes out tomorrow. Damnit Maurie talking to Katheryn Newton.
So you got to talk to me about, so in this movie, you get to wear a suit for like the first time. That must have been so cool.
So cool.
Talk to me about when I guess you get to see your suit. Like, do they measure you for the suit? Is it
They
one
do a
size
3D
fit?
body scan.
Really?
Yeah, so you are in, like your workout gear, like maybe some workout shorts and like a sports bra. Like, it's your body, okay? So it's a 3D body scan. They're like, don't work out anymore after you do the 3D body scan. Like, you can't change an inch because it's made to measure.
But what if you had like a big plate of lasagna the night before?
It hides it all.
Okay.
It just sucks it right back
I
in
need
there.
one of these suits
And
then.
trust me, I ate so much on this movie because I felt like all I was doing was working out all day
Yeah.
long. I was running around. So I ate like scrambled eggs with American cheese, bacon and avocado, a juice and a smoothie, and then I would have apples and peanut butter all day long, and then I'd have pesto pasta for lunch with chicken, and then I'd have more pesto pasta at the end of the day depending on what I want, but it was usually more pasta, which is like crazy, but I was just eating all day.
I guess when you are in those movies where you have to be suited up and everything, as she said, like is measured precisely, you cannot gain or lose
I guess
weight and or muscle.
I guess.
It's not stretchy.
No, that's a damn shame, huh?
In the movie, again, you're fantastic in this. You play Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah.
So I want to find out from you. Would you call him Daddy Ant or Aunt Daddy?
Aunt Daddy.
Is it Aunt Daddy? See, I would have said Daddy Ant.
Well, I feel like Daddy Ant is Hank Pym. I think he's Father Ant. You know what I mean? Like, he's the head honcho. So then there's Daddy Ant, and then there's Aunt Daddy, you know?
So Paul's Aunt Daddy.
Yeah, it sounds better to me, and I really like it when you say it.
When I say it,
Yeah.
how's it going, Aunt Daddy?
It's so bad.
God, it sounds so creepy.
Oh, don't do that.
Paul Rudd
Could you,
as
that movie
Ant-Man.
would have had it been called Aunt Daddy.
Yeah. That is Katheryn Newton for the new movie Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania in theaters tomorrow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Scared of the future, y'all.
Why? What happened?
Like, I'm all for tech and AI to a certain degree,
Not me, man.
but I just feel like the direction that we're going with AI, we've already gone too far.
We went too far years ago.
Already gone too far. You see what the robots at Boston Dynamics are doing.
No, they had you at the algorithm. That's when it went too far.
I guess. And now Tesla, you get yourself, not just Tesla, but self-driving cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
That technology. So I was reading this thing about traffic lights. You have your regular, red, yellow, green, right? So researchers from North Carolina State University are suggesting that eventually we may add a fourth color, the color white.
White?
Yes. The idea is that more and more automated cars are on the streets. They'd be able to communicate with each other and the traffic lights to coordinate the optimal, most efficient traffic flow. The white light would indicate to human drivers that there are enough automated vehicles in the area to navigate intersections on their own and that you should just follow the lead of the car in front of you. So if they stop, you stop. If they go, you go.
This is a disaster. What an absolute mess.
Like, we're a long way before there are more automated vehicles on the road than there are human drivers, right?
Yeah, sure.
Us being in control. But that, like, if they're doing research on that now in 2023,
it's never going to work because you're always going to have drivers like Maurie on the road.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need an automated car.
Yeah, but you're not going to get one.
But they should give me one going, you need this.
Exactly. Like Maurie.
No, but you would get so frustrated that you can't zip in and out of traffic the way you do or speed down the road.
Right. You're gonna be the cause of the white light
going berserk,
causing havoc, right? Because it's going to be you squeezing in and out, right?
Then they need to make the automated vehicles go faster.
No, Maurie, I was driving behind Maurie yesterday. Mm-hmm. He was driving so fast down like a city street, like 80.
How have
Like
you
80.
not got busted by one of those gray box
Like
speed traps?
The speed cameras.
The speed camera.
I don't think they have one.
I know where it is on the road, and if it's getting to yellow, then I will just stop.
I got hit with a $80 ticket for driving, I think, like 60 or 70 in a 40 zone.
Is that recently?
But I didn't, I had no idea that I was going that fast. I
Yeah.
was just kind of following all the cars.
Yeah, same. I got
right in front and behind. And then in the mail a couple weeks later, I get this later, and it's like a picture of my car.
I know.
Zoomed in on my plate.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, busted. That's me.
Right? I know.
Did you
I
send
know.
back a picture of your money?
No, I got the same. I got the same picture.
Right?
The same picture.
And with so many of those boxes, those speed trap boxes around, like I'm surprised at the rate that Maurie drives every single day around the city that you've never been caught.
But this is the first. I've never heard both of you guys talk about getting tickets like that.
You got one too, Shem?
Oh my God, yes. Jesus.
Welcome to the club.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Alyssa. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi there.
How you doing, girl?
My boyfriend had cheated on me last year, and I can't stop thinking about it more recently.
Right. You wrote us this, Roz and Mocha fixed my life. My boyfriend cheated. I forgave him and pretended like it never happened. Recently, it's been taking over my thoughts, and I keep stalking the girl on social media and putting my own self down. I need to know how to forgive or walk away. Sadly, he thinks everything's okay.
How long had you been together before he cheated?
3 years.
And what was his reasoning for cheating? Or what did he tell you?
He just said that something was wrong with him and it was a total mistake. He was getting away with it, and that kind of made it okay for him. And then I guess me forgiving him, he had no reason. It was just, it's a guy thing. It was meant nothing. You're the only one I love. It was all about just the sexual aspect of it.
Was it one time, or was he like in a relationship with this other person?
No. So the girl had reached out to me, and she told me it was numerous times for about a year.
Okay. Oh, she reached out to you.
Did she know about you? Like, did he say that he had a girlfriend and she knew?
No, she didn't know.
Hmm.
She was the one who reached out to me. Of course, I respect that, and told me, and then she stopped communication with him as well, from what I know.
Wow. So he sort of came out of this unscathed then.
Yes, I at the time I forgave him, and I just wanted to move past it. But recently, I think it just all hit me at once, and now I'm just kind of thinking, what should I do now?
Oftentimes, you don't want to walk away, not because you feel so great about the relationship, but walking away is very difficult, as in, like, where do you live? Where do you go? What do you do? Are any of those the reasons why you haven't walked away?
Yes, we do live together. That's one of the reasons. Another one is my feelings for him haven't changed. The reason I want to walk away is just because I feel disrespected. It's nothing to do with the feelings and the love I have for him.
I think that what needs to happen is, instead of you need time. This is going to continue to haunt you. And he's going to be completely fine with it because he came out of this with no scars, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And even though you were like, I forgive you and I get it and I guess I believe you, you don't. And once this kind of trust is broken, especially when he was so cavalier about the whole thing, and he's not the one that told you, she's the one that told you because he was lying to you and her.
Yeah.
You need to step away for a little bit, and I think the way to do that is you need to ask him to move out.
Yeah.
Because I assume that anytime he's not around you, whenever he leaves, whether it's for work or anything else, the first thing that comes to your mind is, well, is he really going to do that thing that he says he's going to do? Like, is he really going to work, or does he like have the day off and he's going to go like meet up with some next girl, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's literally it.
Yeah. Or if he says like, hey, I'm going to go link up with the guys tonight at a bar, like, is he really doing that? Or if you see him on his phone, is he really, on Instagram or on TikTok or texting with his friends, or is he chatting up with some next thing?
And that's what's happening recently.
Yeah. And that's probably the source of a lot of the disagreements in the home, right?
Yeah, that, and you know what? It's also my personality. I'm a very forgiving kind of person, and I just kind of let things go, and then it hurts myself in the end. Yeah. So I act like everything's okay. So in part, it is. I feel like sometimes it's my fault. I should have maybe reacted differently.
It's not your fault.
No,
I think that
you can't blame yourself for this.
I think that you need to come to terms with a couple of things here. One, you can love somebody and not trust them. A relationship cannot sustain that. That's one thing that cannot sustain in a relationship. You can love them. It doesn't mean you don't love them, but you don't trust them. And you need to understand that you can't continue to put yourself in a situation where you are being hurt repeatedly over the same thing. And as you're being hurt, as you're feeling hurt, the only thing you're doing is blaming yourself. That is not a healthy place to be.
Yeah.
And you have to remove yourself from that situation.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Roz, though. You need the time, and I think you need to ask him to move out for a bit. And he, as the guilty one, should put up zero fight whatsoever and give you that space.
No, I do agree because it's eating away at me.
And tell him that. And, and if he says, well, why now? You forgave me. I'm never going to do it again. It meant nothing. You just say, listen, I love you, but I do not trust you. And I hurt every single day. And I got to give myself the opportunity to not hurt.
Exactly. No, I know. It's just that's the hard part that I guess I have to face soon.
Yeah. And you're not packing a bag. He's going to move out.
I know. I agree with you guys. And I guess it just, and since I haven't really told anyone, I just needed to hear that.
And also it's embarrassing, right? It's embarrassing. You just want it to go away. You just pretend like it didn't happen because you don't want to have to explain to your family, why he moved out. And it's so gross. And it makes you, if you think you feel bad about yourself now, wait till you have to start telling people that, he was sleeping with somebody and she messaged you on Instagram. Like, it's so defeating, right? But it's not. Like, there's no fault of yours. There's no shame. There's no embarrassment. There's only moving forward and healing. And you have to understand that you can love somebody and not trust them, but that relationship is not going to work.
Yeah.
And you got to stop hurting yourself.
Yeah, I gotta stop being in dreamland with it.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you guys, and again, I haven't told anyone, so it's nice to finally hear somebody and explain my situation to somebody.
Of course, we got you. Don't worry. Anytime you need a pick me up or an ear to listen to, you give us a call, okay?
Yeah. And you guys are the perfect people. I've been listening to you guys since I was 13. I'm now 27. So thank you guys so much for everything.
Well, we are sending you so much love. Thank you, Alyssa. And you're going to get through this, I promise, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Is anyone going to say anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to get the air tested in this room or something.
Oh, why? What's going on?
Something's happening in this room.
Oh, no.
That I can't explain.
Are you like...
Every time I walk in here, like 30, 45 minutes after I get here, every day, I get congested and then my eyes start watering.
Really, huh?
I don't know. But it doesn't happen at home.
It used to happen to me in the other studio.
It doesn't happen when I'm in the car. It only happens here.
It's so funny you say that. I went through that for years in the other studio, and everybody thought I was crazy.
And then when I leave here,
you're fine.
Like 30 minutes later, I'm all good.
I only sneeze when I'm in this room.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my left eye is friggin' watering like crazy today.
Don't rub it.
Does it happen as soon as you walk in? Because you're always the first one here.
No, like 30, 45 minutes after.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
And when does Maurie come in? Does it have anything to do with him, do you think? Like he passes by you and you all of a sudden your eyes start hurting?
It's funny. That happens when I walk past Matthew, too.
It's not Maurie at all.
It's not Maurie?
No.
For once.
Yeah. Something in this room.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. I don't know.
File an HR
I always think that it's some sort of like COVID cleaning thing that they started using during all that nonsense.
Oh.
That people can't handle. Some sort of spray or something
You know
like
they
that.
still do that here, right?
Do they?
Yeah, twice a week.
Why?
They come into all the studios here.
Yeah.
And in the hallways.
Right.
And they wear
God knows what they're spraying.
This mask.
Sorry,
like a full hazmat suit.
Yeah.
It looks like that scene in Breaking Bad.
Right.
And then they got the backpack and they're spraying stuff in the air.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe yesterday, because every now and then I see them in the hallways, like getting their gear ready.
Like we have roaches or something, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if yesterday was one of the days or overnight was,
And then they just let you walk right in after them and put your lunch on the table.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
That sounds safe to me.
So anyway.
Jesus.
So what do we do about this?
I don't know. Do you need drops or something? What do you need?
I don't think so.
No? What fixes it? Anything?
When I leave.
When you leave, that's it. Time away.
Like 30 minutes outside of this room.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Once I get out of the building.
That's wild to me. You going to be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just complain for 5 minutes. But I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. -2 is what it feels like right now. 2 degrees is the high this afternoon. We are getting rain. That'll start anytime between 1 and 2 this afternoon.
Jeez.
And then tomorrow, flurries, high of -3. Saturday, 6 degrees. Sunday, 6. Family Day Monday, windy with showers, high of 6 degrees.
Oof.
Perfect weather for the auto show.
What business you got at the auto show, Maurie?
Yo, I'm going.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why are you going?
My
Why
dad's
not?
going.
Yeah.
What am I missing out on? What's going on at the auto show?
I think
Do I need to be there now?
This is the first one since before the pandemic.
Matthew even saw some pictures. He's like, "Oh, it looks good this year." I'm like,
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Wait a
yeah.
second. Hold on now. Hold on.
Do you want to go?
No, I've been before, but like when I needed a car.
Uh-huh.
But
No, this is
I
to
don't.
look
I
at
don't
cool
regularly
cars.
go.
They got ladies at the auto show?
I don't think they do that anymore. But back in the day, they did.
"Oh no!" But to Shem's point, there are ladies walking around.
Yeah, but they're like patrons.
I mean,
Okay. I mean, easy.
It's not a men's only event. It's
Nice
not the
car-
gentleman's auto show.
Nice cars, but hello, you.
Yeah, like, are you talking about like if they have like bikini ladies who are like, look at this Taurus?
Taurus?
What's that?
Look at this Kia.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean models. I just mean I meant patrons.
Oh, you mean like
yeah.
I don't think people generally go to the auto show looking to. Maybe this is it though. Maybe that's the place to go. Is
To pick
the auto
up?
show? Yeah, because everything else is a disaster for people to try and pick up.
Yeah, but you're both looking at the same car, and then you lean over. You're like, "Huh?"
But also you're in person, and there's always something to talk about, and you can bump into people. There's mutual interests, and maybe you do. Maybe you can pick up at the auto show. I don't know if that's its intended.
What would your line be,
purpose.
Shem?
Oh man, I'm terrible with lines.
Yeah,
I would be like, "Ooh, you like bread?" or something really awkward
You
like
like
that. You know what I
bread?
mean?
You stand by all the pickup trucks, and you're like, "Look at this pickup line."
Oh my God, Maury, step back, Maury.
You are banned from the auto show, sir.
Okay, if your pickup line does not have something to do with a good wax job in it, Shem, you failed. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, you good, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I haven't been in years, but what business do you have down there? What are you doing down there?
My kid is into cars.
So you're just gonna go look at shiny cars?
Loves cars. I know they have like a big like a Hot Wheels display because they have one of the life-size Hot Wheels cars there.
Yeah.
So Jenna and I are taking.
Isn't a
cruise.
life-size Hot Wheels car just a regular car?
No. Like Donna, I think they have the Star Wars Darth Vader car there.
Oh, so not like, because when I had Hot Wheels, they were just smaller versions of
Oh
regular
no,
cars.
like souped up like the specialty, like the novelty ones.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay. So
you
it's
want
not
me to
like
put you in touch with my dad? You can all go. You can go with the Shermans.
it's not like a Crown Victoria or something like that.
No,
Like
not
it's
a it's not a
souped-up-
regular car.
Oh,
No.
okay.
It's not a
okay.
Taurus.
Okay, I'm like I could go on my street and see large versions of dinky cars.
No.
They're just called cars.
Yeah, but everyone's going. Shem's going to pick up. Frank and
That's
Donna are
crazy.
going.
Are you going, Maury? What are you going for?
No, I'm not going.
Oh, okay.
I'm just providing my dad parking.
Oh, he parks at your place and then just walks over. Or
Yeah,
something
but he's
like that.
beyond excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he go to pick up
Matthew, of
too?
all people, Matthew was like, "It looks really good."
Bring me to the Russian cars.
What's this car's name? Rita?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a guys. I know it's 2023, but I'm gonna need a Lada. Okay, isn't that what those Russian
Yes,
cars
it
are called?
was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Anyway, have fun at the auto show.
Thanks,
I don't know, man.
You're super lit. You want to go? We'll come
No,
pick you
I'm
up.
good.
Are
No,
you sure?
yeah.
I got extra room in the Honda Pilot.
I don't
No?
need.
All right.
No, I'm good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I almost. I've been trying to kidnap that cat in the backyard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was. She let me
Saga
pet her
continues.
yesterday.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Before you fed her. Or
So
after?
I went and
Like
I
she was-
sat out back, and then I had her food in my hand. I had a handful of like dry food. And
Remind
then
everyone again, how
Okay,
long has
so
this been going on
this
for?
has now been going on for, I'm going to say, well over a month.
And it's just a stray cat in the neighborhood.
Stray cat in the neighborhood. That's where we get most of our cats. I think we've had now 5 cats that lived in the house that have just been yard cats.
Yeah.
That we just, eventually get friendly enough with them and then kidnap them,
Mhm.
right? Because they have terrible lives.
Yeah.
They're all banged up and they got holes in their ears from fights and everything else.
Mhm.
So I made, and this one is so little, like she's so small, and I don't know what I'm going to do with her when I do catch her.
Have you named her yet?
No, I haven't named her. But I went and I sat out. I went and sat out back, and then I had the food, and then I put the food down on the
Just
thing.
regular kitty
regular,
litter? Not litter,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, just
Cat
regular.
food.
Yeah, it's regular cat food.
Okay.
I mean, it's expensive premium cat food for like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's getting the good stuff, and I don't think she recognizes that she's getting the good stuff.
Girl.
Right? Like
grateful.
she. Thank you, thank you. She almost like she left 3, and then as she was walking away, I threw the 3 at her.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you better eat this.
Yeah, and then she turned around and ate them.
Yeah.
Right.
Fine.
But she let me pet her yesterday. Yeah.
Progress.
Yeah. So I was just like sort of rubbing her back and like her head and stuff like this.
Was she purring?
No.
But at that
because-
point,
yeah.
if she trusted you enough for you to be able to pet her.
Yeah.
Why don't you just snatch her up and bring her inside?
It's hard to snatch up a cat, man. Like, it's tough. They're fast.
Well, then why don't you put like a line of the food so it goes into the house?
We caught 2 kittens in the backyard.
Like in a cartoon?
Yeah, like a trail.
We caught 2 kittens that went and lived with my brother in his place, Beans and Weenie, and we caught them Elmer Fudd style with like a box and a stick, like where you prop up the top of the box with a stick and a string, and we put food in there and wait for them to go in, and we pull the string. Yeah, Elmer Fudd style. That's how we got 2 kittens.
But then how were you able to grab them after?
Because you put oven mitts on. And then you lift the box up a tiny little bit, and then you just reach right in and grab them with oven mitts.
Because like they could, like with them little sharp claws.
The babies
could get you, right?
They destroy you.
Yeah.
Destroy you. And then you got to lock them in the bathroom for a week and all this other stuff.
That sounds madness.
I know. Listen, it's all part of the process, Maury.
That's what love looks like.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, Aaron. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Aaron texted in with a wonderful text, by the way.
Okay.
I think this
You're
is
welcome.
great. I think this is great and deserves to be celebrated and shared with the Roz and Mocha family listening right now. Here's what Aaron said. I do a lot of driving for work. I often listen to the Roz and Mocha Show. And I got to tell you, I really love Mocha.
Oh.
Not in a way like, do you like Mocha more than Shem? But I just love him.
What do you mean, do you like Mocha more than Shem?
No, what do I have to do with it?
Why am I not in the mix?
Well, that's just it. You guys only ever ask, do you like Roz or do you like Mocha?
No, the question
Like,
is,
why
who's your
don't you ask
favorite
them?
between
The question
Roz
is,
and
who's your
Mocha?
favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why don't you include Shem?
It's not how the game works. There's rules to this, lady.
Yeah, but Shem's on the show too.
Yeah.
So is Maury.
Sorry, Maury.
I know.
Oh, no.
Poor Maury.
That's why I didn't go to you, man. This was never going to work out in your favor, bro.
Yeah, but I don't want to go home wondering.
Sometimes, don't wonder. You're not like, you're going to go home
Do you
feeling
not
worse.
understand at this point right now, Moore, that like if we did ask her to rank, you're most likely going to be last?
Yeah, but I'd rather be last than not on the list.
Well, we'll always be inclusive, right? That's the way of the world these days. We don't exclude anyone.
Not on this show, honey.
Yeah, we exclude Shem and Maury from this. Excluded.
Wow,
All
Black
right.
History Month, eh, guys? Damn. Wow.
Come on, Shem, don't do that.
Come on, man.
Now I feel bad.
That's a joke, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Between Shem and Maury, who's favorite?
Damn.
All inclusive.
Yeah, who's your favorite on the show and why is it Shem? Is that better?
Amen.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
All right.
Aaron, thank you for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show. We love you right back. We appreciate the time that you get to share with us and that we get to share with you. And we will ask you the official and the only way the question is ever asked on the show. But between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Obviously, Mocha.
Why did you ask? She said it at the beginning. It's like,
You needed that reassurance.
I love you, Aaron.
Okay, bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Essie. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, Roz and Mocha.
Welcome
I'm fine.
to Fix My Life. What do you need help with? What's going on?
Okay, well, it's so hard to live, work, and afford life. So it's time to make some changes.
it is hard. You wrote, says, Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I moved to Canada in 2011, spent about 5 years in Ontario, then decided to move to Alberta in 2016, Edmonton first, and then eventually Calgary. Spent 4 years total in Alberta and decided to move back to Ontario because I wanted to be closer to my family. My job in Calgary paid decent money that I was able to afford a nice apartment with a roommate. I moved here with the same job back to Ontario and got an apartment. My expenses increased significantly, more than doubled, and now I can barely afford to live on one income. So I guess it's decision time. Move back to Calgary or downsize to a one-bedroom or get a second job. I need to make a decision fast because things can't remain as is.
Damn. How old are you, Essie?
I'm 35.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you're single, no kids, nothing like that, right?
Nothing like that.
Okay,
Single,
so
no kids, yeah.
have you done your financials to figure out what you actually can afford?
So my income, I can afford to live here, but in the past 2 years that I've lived here, I have saved nothing.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha. That's
basically,
That's a problem. That's a huge problem. This is one of those things, Essie, that if we had the answer to this, we could fix many lives.
Right.
Not just yours. That is the reality of moving from a place like, Edmonton or Calgary back to a city, like Toronto, which is just so grossly expensive. You're sort of, I don't even know what the word is. It's like you don't live here; you just sort of exist here.
Right?
And there's not a lot of life to be lived. And if you have good friends that you can hang out with and do things for no money and just go and hang out in an apartment and watch some Netflix and get a bottle of wine between, you can enjoy yourself and you can enjoy the company, but when but you're only looking at that day. It's impossible for somebody in your situation to start looking towards the future because there is no future, because you are going to be living hand to mouth every single day that you live here.
Exactly, right.
Hey, when you were living out west, were you able to save at all?
I was. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I had a roommate, and at that time when we got a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Calgary for about $1,100. So spending like $550 on rent alone, then maybe bills, maybe another $200. So I was like under $1,000.
Wow.
Here, my first apartment, let's just say, started at almost $2,000. So it's crazy. So I was able to save significantly, and I moved because of family. I really, really do love being close to family, but sometimes it's like, did I make the right choice? Should I have stayed? Should I have gotten you get what I mean? So I'm just all over the place.
If you were to stay where you are now and, let's say, get a roommate, would you be able to save money that way?
I will, but I live in a 1-bedroom.
Gotcha.
Apartment, so I can share it with somebody. And then to get a room, if I have to get a roommate, I have to move. And it's like, people actually say I have a deal with my current rent at this place. So it's almost like if I leave here, I'm going to lose something good. So it's like there's no winning.
Oh, girl.
It's tough. When you look at other big cities, and people always compare, like Toronto to New York and all this stuff. The difference is that you can, like, if you're working in New York City, you can move to New Jersey and get a very reasonably priced place, and you could be in the city on the train in no time. The problem with Toronto is that you look at Toronto and you start sort of expanding outside of the downtown, and you have to go extremely far before you can, like, there is no equivalent of I'm going to move a 25-minute train ride away and, cut my expenses in half. Like, that doesn't exist here. No. It's just, it is expanded so far that it's almost impossible now to move to a place that you could afford and still commute in. It can be done for sure.
Yeah.
But it's really, really difficult.
And what you end up saving, or you think you're saving, you're spending on, like, transit, right?
Exactly.
And the cost of food is still going up. So it's not like you move outside of the city and the cost of food is going to be different.
No.
Exactly.
Like, would you be willing to move somewhere cheaper to save for a little bit before being able to come back? Or
I actually did look, like, basically I was like looking in the Kitchener area. Like, the rent difference is like $100, $200. So it doesn't make that much of a difference with what I'm currently paying.
How long are you willing to commute? Like, if you took the train, how long are you willing to sit on the train for?
The good part about my situation is I'm completely remote. I finally landed a remote job at my work. Yeah. So that's why I am flexible now to make a decision.
Okay, here's what I would do. Is first thing I would do is I would grab not a GO train map. I would grab a Via map. Okay. And I would sort of trace north, south, east, and west, depending on how far that Via line goes, right?
Right.
And I would start going east. because sort of like farther east is where you're going to get, some sort of deals. Like if you get around to like Coburg and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
That is still, even if you are that far out, like Bowmanville, Coburg area, okay?
Right.
That is still, it's 1 hour on the train to get you back downtown Toronto.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And you can afford to live out there. And especially if you're working remotely. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And there's everything you need. Or even go a little bit farther, right? Or go in a different direction. But that's what I think you need to do, because you can still get into the city in an hour, but your life is going to be much better. You're still going to feel close. You can still come in the morning and spend the day with your family and go home that evening even.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can't live like this.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I know. Awesome. I never thought about that, but I probably will do that because, I've been only looking at this one axis, so maybe I should look at other axes and see how.
Does that help, Essie?
No, it helps a lot.
Oh,
Absolutely.
girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
it actually helps just talking about it because it's been bottling in, and then just hearing other people's thoughts is perfect. So thank you so much for
You're
taking
welcome.
the time to talk to me.
We always have time for you, Essie. Thank you very much for reaching out. We love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.